Hello everyone. Trust all of you are staying indoors, keeping yourselves safe and sound. Well, nobody would have expected this coronavirus to attack the entire world in this 2020. And the best thing that we can do now is to cooperate with the rules and regulations so that we can overcome the situation and Singapore will be classified okay and we can all hop back to normalcy. Now, LiSHA Women's Wing, we actually had planned 20 events for 2020. But with the heightened COVID-19 situation, we had to postpone about 6 of our events this year. And it's already April and things have not improved. As such, we decided to go ahead with our very first title, which is Marriage Bliss. Now, Marriage Bliss was actually planned for February 14 in conjunction with Valentine's Day, but we have a better reason to do it now. Now with the stay-home orders, with the work-from-home orders, couples are actually spending more time with each other. They are together for 24 hours nowadays. Is that causing a strain? Well, it shouldn't be. And we are going to do this segment with a beautiful couple, Jason and Jacqueline, who have been married to close to 25 years and they have 3 beautiful children. And we're going to hear from them how we can spend quality time with our spouses, how to rejuvenate the relationship between each other, how to create that sparkle, and how to enjoy the time. This is a very rare opportunity for us to be with our family, staying indoors. So I'm really excited to listen to Jason and Jacqueline, and I hope you will join us as well. Stay tuned to Facebook and LiSHA Women's Wing YouTube channel. See you soon. Take care meanwhile. Be safe.
Hello everybody.
Hi everyone. Hope everyone is doing fine.
I hope all of you are staying home just like us during this circuit breaker period. Not quite a lockdown, not quite a home quarantine, but a circuit breaker as we call it in Singapore. Nevertheless, we are all required to stay home and stay safe.
Yes, so just please do your part as we are doing our part as well. My name is Jason. This is my wife Jackie. We've been married for 25 years. And we are right now at this current situation. I think we are going through a very unique period where
we're spending so much of time together. In all our 25 years, we've never spent so much time together because we are supposed to stay home. Yeah. We always talked about how we wish the weekends were longer, we had more time, Friday nights were longer, and now it is practically the weekend all week. We are at home together, and while we enjoy being together, many times I think this can cause a strain on many relationships, because when couples are spending so much of time together and they never knew what to do with the time, there can be strains, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we're just going to talk to you a little bit about how we overcome this interesting situation. Yeah.
I don't really feel the lockdown pressure on me because I am an essential service provider. So I go to work and I come back. But for my wife, I think she has this very unique situation. I think as early on she mentioned that she said that her Sunday nights were longer and Friday nights longer. But now she's really going through this.
It's
and
too long.
I don't know whether she's enjoying it because it's a lockdown. All right,
Yeah.
She's locked down in the house most of the time, 24/7. So when I come back home, all right, I'm locked in with her. All right.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, of course it's a good thing.
It better be a good thing, right? Because I think what he means, I'm trying to explain for you now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think what he means is I'm at home all day. I won't actually call it a lockdown. I do enjoy being at home. We have all this extra time in our hands, but nevertheless we are still working from home. We still have job obligations to perform. I'm in education, and so like many of you know that your children have home-based learning, even though I'm in early education, parents still expect some form of learning support or home-based learning for their children. A lot of parents, just like myself, are staying at home. They have to work from home, and they ask for some support with their children's learning. So teachers, kudos to you. I know that even though you have your own children, you still have to provide learning materials and all for your students. So that's essential work, definitely essential workers. So a big shout out to all the teachers out there, whether you are in preschool, in special needs, in primary, in secondary or tertiary education, and many other teachers as well. Jason is also in essential services, but he is at the unique position of having to go outside of the house to work.
When I come back home, I make sure I take over some duties from her as well, especially my daughter. Sometimes she might have some issues with her schoolwork, or maybe she just wants to get some food in the stomach. Make sure I get it done. Alright, and I help out in the house a little bit here and there. When I come back home, no doubt it's a normal day for me. But I think the situation right now is the whole world, I think, is going through that. I think everyone is all locked in their house, and they might find it a strain, especially couples.
Actually, I think Jason is being very modest. He does help out quite a bit in the house. He not only a little bit here and there, because even in our normal daily life, we actually share our duties in the house, basically, because we don't have a helper. So we actually manage all the housework and looking after our daughter who is here in Singapore with us, as well as looking after the needs of our two older daughters who are overseas studying. So we actually share this parenting and household responsibilities quite evenly. I'll never say it's 50-50. Nothing is ever 50-50. Some days he does more, some days I do more. I think the essential thing here is compromise. Learning to compromise with one another.
And this situation, I think I'm not letting, or rather we, I think we're not letting the situation strain our relationship. I think that's the most important
It's
thing.
important to make that decision up ahead. We said that, okay, no matter what happens, we're going to come out of this intact, to make that pact early on. The moment COVID came out, we came out with this already.
So like I said, I go out and I come back. So when I come back, I just want to come back home and enjoy home, even in this time, in this very unprecedented times that everyone is going to be a lot stressed.
Right. So what he told me is he wants to come back to a happy home and a happy wife, and so I tried to make
sure
I tried to make
happy life.
It a happy home and a happy wife. But the key ingredient is a happy husband to make a happy wife, right?
That's right.
Yes. So how husband?
I'm very happy because I make sure when I come back home, because basically what she does is, like, I come back home in the evenings and basically the dinner is done. And basically, if you want to have a happy husband, is through his stomach.
So a way to a happy husband is through his stomach, is it?
So if, let's say,
food is an important thing.
Food is pretty important. And let's say if she's so boiled down in work on that day.
So if I have too much work that day and I think maybe I can't make dinner, a full dinner, then I will actually let him know. I said, either you pick up your own dinner today, or can we order in? And just like today, we ordered in, and so that we could actually do this video for you. So again, timing, planning our time is very important, because it doesn't mean that we sit home and we actually find ourselves doing a lot more when we are at home. When we come back from work, work is done. We come back and we only have family life to think about. But when you're working from home, sometimes the lines can get very blurred very quickly. While you're working, you have to deal with your children, and then there's something on the fire, and the phone is ringing, and then you have people who are at home, think you're at home, so they start talking to you, and then you can't focus on your work. And so it's very, very important for us to actually plan our time around our children, our meals, work commitments. And the most important thing, I think Jason would agree with me, is to to actually plan some time for me time.
Yeah, so the most important thing here as well, we have to always remember communication is very important.
Communication, yes.
Alright, and I think we have to communicate now that we've never communicated before.
So we have to talk a lot more lah.
Yeah lah, no choice. Alright, whatever nonsense I'm going to tell you or whatever nonsense you're going to tell me, you just got to say yes, you're right, darling, you're right, baby. Yeah.
Yes, you're right, darling. Yes, it doesn't help. It helps, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's more time for us to communicate.
But you got to also remember that every home has a different unique situation, and we all don't have perfect marriages. There's no such. There's what I believe. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage.
Yeah, we have to work at it, right? We have to work at it.
We got to work at marriage. We also sometimes go through. We have our own issues as well.
Differences. Every couple has their differences.
I think that's where you learn, and I think this opportunity now with this COVID, I think helps you to understand one another even better.
Yes.
So when things get back to normal, which will eventually, I think everyone is doing their part to get it normal.
Very optimistic.
I think you learn that once you come out from this, I think you learn
how to value,
and everything starts from the home.
Yes, I think really what this whole situation with COVID is driving home literally is that everything starts from the home. You know, when we are at home and we realize that, did we teach our children these values? Now, are they independent enough to make their own food or clean their own rooms, or then we realize that lots of things actually started from home. We actually go out and work and earn a living so that we can have a comfortable time at home. But really, we don't get that much of time to spend at home because half the time we are outside working. So really now this time is actually for us to stay at home and to reset. It's like a reset button to see what really is important to us. Family is important. Relationships are important. Communication is important. Okay, I'm not saying money and all that is not important, but they are just the driving force. What is really the end product? The end product is actually having a nice family. At the end of the day, family is what you have with you. Communication is what you have with you. Relationships are very important. So with your children, with your extended family, with your co-workers, with your friends, and it's extremely important.
Yeah, and we always have our date nights on Friday nights.
I miss those.
Yes, it's taken away from us right now.
We can't go out. We still have it at home.
But you see, the thing is, sometimes when you're taken something so precious as date nights like that taken away from us, you're gonna miss it. And when things come back to normal, when we go back to our Friday nights, I think we're going to really treasure.
Yeah, we'll value that a bit more.
Value that because sometimes I think we are human. We forget the things that we take things for granted.
Yes.
So I think this is a good time for couples right now to think about treasuring the little things, especially going out and going out for walks, going out for drinks and movies, having dinner just by yourselves. I think those are the times that you need to really treasure that moment, because it can be taken away from you like right now.
Because when COVID-19 landed on us, nobody was expecting it, right? Nobody was expecting the things that it has brought us. A lot of painful moments, right? We have seen a lot of people who have very, very ill and are in the hospitals, families who have lost loved ones, not only in Singapore but all around the world. We're not addressing that right now just because we wanted to show you that even in all of these things that is happening around the world, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel is, if you look for the light, you will find it. So we find that light is actually in building relationships, in keeping communications open, having a compromise. We live in a world where things can be easily replaced. Relationship can be replaced. Marriages, if it's not working, people just head for divorce because it's so easy now, right? You just sign some papers and it's all over and done with. But then again, there was a time when marriage was held very, very important. Like in my grandma and my grandpa, at their deathbeds, actually gave me this advice. They said, compromise. No marriage is perfect. No relationship is perfect. It's always about give and take. Nothing in this world is 50-50. Nothing is actually fair. It's just how you see it. And Jason and I also actually share the same thing. It's just about compromise. Some days I know I might have my moods, I might be grumpy, and I might be difficult to deal with. But he says he solves everything with a tub of ice cream.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Everything can be solved with ice cream and chocolate, I think. Yeah.
So guys, I think at this time, I think we just want to wish everybody good health, and make sure you guys do your part. Stay safe. Stay at home if you have to. If you're an essential worker just like me, essential service provider just like me, do your part. Wear your mask and just follow the rules. Don't get kena saman $100 like that. Okay, yeah,
social distancing.
Yeah, social distancing is very important.
Actually, not much social distancing here, but it's okay lah.
Yeah.
We're the same household.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys take care.
Right, yeah, so thank you everybody. I really want to say a big thanks to all the healthcare workers out there, the essential service,
shout out to you guys.
Yes, the essential service providers, the teachers, the doctors,
The bus drivers.
yes, the bus drivers, the aunties that are cleaning still. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay home if possible. My biggest request to all of you is when you step out of your house, please wear your mask. Please, let's not wait for our country, our government to tell us to do what is right. All of us know what's the right thing to do. Please wear your mask, observe the social distancing rules, and try to stay home as much as possible.
Come on, enjoy this time when you
go
stay
out
at home.
only for the essentials. Okay, ice cream and chocolates, I'm not quite sure if they are on the essential list, but go out only for the essentials.
Make sure when you go out, you're able to go out the door the way you came in, not
yes.
this big. Okay.
After
keep
the
fit
COVID
as well.
Yeah, keep fit.
Right.
And stay strong.
Stay strong.
Thank you everybody.
Goodbye.
Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Hi again. We hope that you truly enjoyed that. That wonderful segment was by a lovely couple, Jacqueline and Jason. Jacqueline and Jason, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us. It was truly wonderful and awesome listening to both of you. I would also like to thank my organizing chair of Marriage Bliss, Uma Gayatri, and fellow excos, LiSHA Vani, Rajalashmi Kanappan, Batmaja and Anu for assisting to put this together. Thank you so much to all my excos. And so, my lovely couples out there. This is a rare opportunity. This is truly a good time to spend quality time with each other. So you could make good use of it. Maybe you could cook a meal together, try new recipes, or maybe you could play board games like chess or card games together. You could probably pick up a new skill. There are so many online tutorials. Maybe you could take the time to learn some new skills together, or maybe you could clear all the old mess in your house, those unwanted documents and years of things that you had no time to clear. This is the best time to make use of the time to clear the old things. And probably you could exercise together, or you could something more romantic. You could write a letter to each other expressing how you feel about each other. You could whip up a drink. You could whip up a candlelight dinner. Or if you enjoy karaoke, this is the time you could karaoke with each other. There's so many things to do. Okay, this list is endless. So make good use of the time. Stay at home, stay safe, and don't forget to wear the mask. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in to LiSHA Women's Wings Marriage Bliss.